Hello Linux users, between Bash and Python, what works better for you for automation? We are going to write a Python script to delete all files from the downloads folder which are Saturdays old. First, let us go and find out what is in the downloads folder. Then we shall list all files in this downloads folder by writing ls, then space dash l to list all details about files in the downloads folder. So we shall find out that we have files which are for July, March, September, August, and all those. So we shall come back and clear this. I'll navigate back to the desktop and I find the desktop. On the desktop I will navigate to the captions folder. I have a folder named captions on the desktop. Then I'll create Python file. Here I'll call it myscript.py. I'll say code myscript.py to open my Visual Studio Code. Then I'll come and start by importing OS and time libraries. I'll also come and also say from passlib I'll import pass. Now I'll come down and also specify the folder. The folder I'll call it downloads underscore folder is equals to, I'm specifying the pass. Here I'll say pass.home. Then I'll have to put /downloads. Then I'll have to come and also specify the number of days. Here this one I'll call it, or I'll just call it file age. This one I'll call it file limit is equals to, I'll use the time library dot time. This time open close parentheses is simply the current time. Then I'll have to compute the time by saying Saturdays, time was 24 hours, time was 60 minutes, time was 60 seconds. I'm converting Saturdays into seconds because this is a representation of time in seconds. Then I'll come back and also create a loop through the downloads folder. So we shall use a for loop and we say for, we write it as files underscore found in downloads folder dot, shall iterate through the whole folder like this. Then we shall create a new function and we say if file is found dot start, shall specify the time over which this folder has been modified. Let's start modification time. I think I'll have to write it and it will come over modification time. If the modification time is less than, we call it the file limit. We are saying if the modification time is less than the limit we have specified here for a file, what should we do? We shall go back and say if whatever has been found, file is found dot is file, we shall specify if it is actually a file, that is underscore file, and then we shall have to delete that. We shall say os dot remove. What are we going to remove? We are going to remove the files found. Then we shall have to display message and you shall say all the files deleted successfully, and we shall indicate the files found. We shall save this script, then we come and run it in the terminal. Open the terminal and then you'll have to write and say Python Suri when you're using Python Suri, then include the name of your script, myscript.py, so it will run through and delete all the old files. So we shall go back again to the downloads folder, saying all the files deleted successfully and indicating even the pass. We shall go back to the downloads folder again. We shall navigate back to the downloads folder, cd downloads. We shall again have to list all the files including their details. So we shall see that all files which are for March, July have been deleted.